Joined with me today is Belly Flying, and I don't know what are we doing.
Yes. I love symbiotes. I love Scarlet Witch.
We are. I don't know. We're going to talk about Cosmic Crucible. We're going to talk about the massive amount of bugs for this patch. We're going to talk about the symbiotes and choosing the best symbiote for your roster. That's not really true, but it's going
to. Which head do you want for your roster? Because the body of the kit's going to be exactly the same.
And we're going to talk about our favorite game mode and blitzing with Photon. So let's talk.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the amazing changes into Cosmic Crucible room issues. So, I went on a pretty strong tangent on this in a rant yesterday in a video. A lot of people watched it, and I had a lot of positive feedback. And I know that feedback made it to the developers, right? Like,
yeah, it did.
Absolutely. Like
the comments, guys. Your comments that you left in this video yesterday didn't matter because the devs saw those.
So, like, even like your posts on Discord, Reddit, or even the comment section of YouTube, that makes it back to the developers. So like a lot of those comments in yesterday's video did make it back to the developers, and they did see what you thought about some of these changes. So, I mean, we've talked about this at length.
I love that change. I love it when my Kang can ultimate the whole Gamma team that they're punching up like a million, like 10 million or 100, whatever. I love that room one. I love just smashing whoever they left in room one.
So I had a 3 million basic attack with Kang. I used Kang's special to delete 3 Darkhold members.
Yes, that's an awesome. This is like we were talking about the bugs in the Nova event. Those first bug trials, they were fun. This bug right here, that's fun. There's some bugs that are fun.
Yeah, room 4 assist not being applied. This was identified within 5 minutes of it going live. Because, you could clearly see that none of the assists were working when they had offense up. This one here was a little bit more subtle. I think you said you personally were affected by Apocalypse in room 5.
This morning, yeah. Someone placed a big boy Apocalypse with their unlimited X-Men. That was rough. I need to use a pretty big team. I needed to use my old big boy Apocalypse, screwed up where I was placing the rest of my offense, how I was using them. Yeah, so that's a rough bug, the room 5 one. I don't like that one.
Special abilities are costing 2 more energy when they should cost 2 less. This was identified within 1 second of playing.
Opening the game, you can identify that one.
Yeah, and so here's the thing is that they issued out compensation. I'm going to pull that up here, but what's your take on this whole situation?
They should have done exactly what players are asking for. They should have made these scores this week not count and reset it like they did with season 3 of Cosmic Crucible when that was broken. So I don't know why it's such a issue this week. The competitive integrity, like we talked about in the video, is very, very important. They want to get all the benefits. They want to get all the monetization for the competitive integrity.
Right.
But for that, they need to uphold the competitive integrity, and they're not doing that with this response right here.
Scores will not be adjusted. They're going to give, basically, in my opinion, garbage results and ultimate key. And then the same thing with the raid launcher. Was your alliance affected by the raid launcher?
I think so. I'm not sure. I know it was on for a little bit and we had some raids launch and we had like 2 raids going on, like a lower raid and a higher raid. I'm not sure if that was something from the auto raid launcher or that was something planned. But
the problem I have with this response is that there's a 2-week leaderboard, right? And the rewards are important. And I'll just give you an example. This last Sunday, hours within that leaderboard ending, our alliance is smashing out nodes and refreshing nodes. And because we got to get in the top 10, right? There's leaderboards in this game and people care about leaderboards. Not everybody cares about leaderboards, but people do. And so there needs to be some sort of fair landscape, competitive integrity. I know integrity and Scopely don't go in the same sentence, but, it's just not right to think that this is fair compensation compared to people placing in 11th place versus 10th place that were negatively impacted by this. It's just like they didn't even bother to make it fair. They just gave compensation to everyone, hoping that will go away. It's not even good compensation. Now, they did give, 200 T4s in there also, right?
That was unexpected. That was a nice surprise. I forgot to mention that in my video, but yeah, that was a nice surprise. I did like that.
Cosmic Crucible response from Scopely is unacceptable, completely unacceptable offer. Half the rooms are not working quickly, and their compensation package was even more insulting. However, not calling the week a wash and resetting scores a worse insult. Hope your mistake and make it right. Now, some people don't take Cosmic Crucible seriously, so they may not agree with or understand where people are coming from. But I promise you, there's a segment of the player base that is hyper competitive and attacking in the first hour of Cosmic Crucible, not understanding what the room rules actually were, how you set up your room placement and your teams, was unknown in, what the right thing to do. And, if you weren't up to speed and knowing what was going on, watching Twitch and YouTube, even on the second day, maybe you didn't adjust your defense likewise. It's kind of a mess if you care about where you place. What's your take on this?
This sucks for me, really, because back in season 3, that first week, I went either 2-1 or 3-0. They reset the score, so it didn't matter. I didn't climb up because it's pretty annoying that you have to drop down every single rank every season, and it's I end up being at the same pretty much rank. This one, I go 1-2, and they're not resetting the score. So personally, this affects me, but I think a lot of this is more unacceptable because, like you said, the competitive integrity, but it also affects us not being able to climb as far as that we could have. With this shortened season, I know some people were thinking, oh, maybe we won't be having that drop. We still had the drop, still doesn't work. And this is just one of the things that hasn't worked in this update. What are the things we were supposed to get? Nova Trials, that didn't work. We're supposed to get this Cosmic Crucible new season, that didn't work. The Raid Auto Launcher, that didn't work. So pretty much everything that we've gotten in this update hasn't worked so far. So Scopely, do your job, do your QA. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's a mess for sure. So let's talk about this. We're talking about other issues with the patch. This patch has been a mess. We talked about it at length on your channel. And I was talking about this, that, the patch day came down, everything looked fine, but then, they didn't release Jarvis. They didn't release the Raid Launcher. The Cosmic Crucible wasn't ready. iOS devices, accounts connected to Facebook were unintentionally logged out with the game app. They don't know when this is going to be fixed. It's not fixed now. Dev team is tracking, investigating these issues. They're going to push out a patch. All of this stuff, like, what's going on over there, right?
Now, the worst about this went out almost a week ago. We still don't have players that can log in. I know there's people in my alliance that haven't been able to log in since this update dropped. And this should have been one of the highest priorities because all these bugs are bad, but not being able to log in, not even get into the game. That's Scopely. Come on, man. What is going on with this?
Yeah.
Why is this patch so bad?
I want to say this is probably one of the worst patches we've ever had. I mean, there definitely have been worse patches with like initial bugs or they all hit on patch day. But overall, between this possible game audio disruption, they had to take rid of that. And then the Raid Auto Launcher not working. Let's talk about something that's a little bit more positive. I think this is a good thing. All right, choose the symbiote, right? So you get to pick what are the 4 symbiotes. Which symbiote did you pick, or have you voted yet?
I went with Kestrel because on their voting screen, it showed an animation and I liked how that animation looked. The rest of them, they didn't have an animation for one of their moves there. So that's why I picked Kestrel. But yeah, Silver Surfer's winning.
Yeah, Silver Surfer's winning. And then at the bottom of this, you can see kind of like you described it as like a scorpion animation.
Like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
there you go. First of all, if you do vote, you have to log into the Scopely ID and all things. So they're controlling it. It's not, there's no way of rigging it like it happened on Facebook. But you get 100. Yeah, right.
I forgot about that.
Oh, those polls got rigged. Oh my God! Didn't like Hulk win? I can't remember. It was bad. But anyways,
so they gave the shards for the character anyway, even though
yeah, I know, right? That was pretty funny. So we got 100. Someone was trolling for sure. Baka. Anyways, we got 100 power cores and 100 energy. I voted for Thanos just because I wanted Thanos. They're all going to be bio. And I was just kind of kidding. Is like, I don't think that anything has been officially decided on any of this as far as what the kits are going to look like or the character. They're probably not going to start working on it until whatever is picked. So I'm curious how this is going to play out for sure.
Oh, you don't think they have the kit already done and they're just going to slap the the new head on the character.
I was being super sarcastic, and I said that
might actually happen though. I think it might actually.
I was being super sarcastic that this
Maybe
art,
not just the head, but the whole skin for the character.
all the art,
the same kid.
all the art on all of these is fake, and the kid has already been pre-done, and they're just basically going to splice the head on top of whatever character you pick and say, well, that's Silver Surfer, that's Thanos, and that's Kestrel, and that's Groot, and it's going to be the same no matter what. But this is pretty cool. Like, it looks like they're trying to do something unique with Kestrel, and if it actually has some sort of meaningful pick, you know, I'm going to be happy with Silver Surfer, you know, or whatever.
Don't worry, I think all of them are going to do that animation. Silver Surfer, Groot, Thanos is going to do that too,
dude. If Silver Surfer wins and he has this animation, I'm going to be like, I told you so.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
They're really like, oh, do our votes really matter? Because it's going to be the same thing. It's just a new skin. For the kit that they already have decided. I picked Thanos. I hope Thanos wins just because I loved, you know, Infinity War. That was like my favorite movie, or one of them for sure. Blitz, another Blitz event, another fight not to give up on the game. Why with every Blitz event, I'm thinking more about leaving the game. We need a Sim Blitz all button. We need now. What's your take on Blitz events? I thought that means he's going to do 8 rotations. He's about living the game now.
Oh, about more. I think about living the game.
Living it, yes. Not leaving it. He's into it.
Oh, I'm sure it's just an autocorrect problem or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure he meant leaving the game. But anyways, it's.
But isn't that more fun to think about? Anyway.
All right. So what's your take on the patch and the game overall? We're going to wrap up the video and then we'll go over.
Hopefully fix your stuff, man. This has been the worst patch from a bug perspective for a while that I can remember.
Yeah. Buggiest patch ever. I'm not really sure. Let me know what you think in the comment section as always. Thanks for watching. Keep on game. Bye for now.
I know I'm living Blitz.
Living Blitz?
I'm living the game right now, mobile.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I don't like Blitz is garbage.
You're the smart one. I can't
stand it. It's terrible.